Greetings, everybody. It was with great sadness I received the news that David Warner had passed away on July 24th, 2022, at the age of 80. A few days short of his 81st birthday, in fact, as he was born on July 29th, 1941, in Manchester, England. David Warner was one of that wonderful group of British actors who came to prominence in the 1960s, a group that contained the likes of Michael Caine, Terence Stamp, Malcolm McDowell, Albert Finney and Brian Cox. While Warner may not have reached the heights of stardom of, say, a Michael Caine, he's always been one of my favourite actors with an incredible and varied career. I always knew that even if the movie or show wasn't going to be the greatest, that his performance would always be excellent and he would make anything better by being in it. This appreciation of him will be a little longer than most of my videos, as Warner had such a long career with over 280 screen credits, and he appeared in memorable roles in some of my favourite movies. Despite a humble background, he landed a place at RADA, which apparently he didn't enjoy much, and then became a member of the Royal Shakespeare Company, where he became the youngest ever Hamlet. Stage fright issues led him to seek work on TV and movies eventually, and his first big break came in 1963's Tom Jones, opposite Albert Finney and Susanna York. After a number of leading roles in British swinging counterculture movies such as Morgan, A Suitable Case for Treatment, and Work is a Four-Letter Word, Warner settled into what would be largely his career milieu, which is impactful supporting roles. One of these was in Sam Peckinpah's dark, violent and controversial 1971 drama Straw Dogs, alongside Dustin Hoffman and Susan George. Warner played a pivotal character, village outcast Henry Niles, but was uncredited on the movie. And there are two conflicting stories about why. One that he declined billing as his agent was holding out to get him equal top billing with the other two leads, and he didn't want this squabble to stop him being in the movie. The other is that breaking his leg before filming meant the production company would not insure him, so he in effect wasn't meant to be in the movie. Supposedly, Peckinpah paid his coverage out of his own pocket. They remained friends for many years, and Warner appeared in 3 Peckinpah movies. As well as Straw Dogs, he also appeared in The Ballad of Cable Hogue and the very powerful Cross of Iron, which is an excellent movie if you get the chance to see it. Warner was by now establishing a reputation for playing offbeat, disturbing characters in unusual art house movies such as Little Malcolm and his struggle against the eunuchs. But there were appearances in bigger box office movies on the horizon. One of these being 1976's Richard Donner directed The Omen. Warner plays journalist Keith Jennings in this creepy supernatural thriller. He is on the trail of what he suspects to be the Antichrist. I love the flair of this movie, and there's no gore, but great set pieces, very inventive, and it has an almost modern gothic feel. Warner is excellent, playing his role earnestly when it would have been easy to be a little tongue-in-cheek. It's just a pity his character develops an allergy to plate glass. Another high point for Warner was his portrayal of heinous Nazi Reinhard Heydrich in 1978's Holocaust TV miniseries. It's hard to play somebody so evil without making them a caricature, but Warner was superb in his portrayal of this most evil person. A year later came a pivotal role as John Leslie Stevenson, aka Jack the Ripper, in the marvellous Time After Time, opposite Malcolm McDowell. Warner plays the role with restrained relish. Stevenson, thrown into our modern future, adapts swiftly, relishing the chaos and violence of the modern era. And Warner quite simply slays in this role. One of his best. Another all-time favourite movie of mine is Terry Gilliam's 1981 fantasy comedy Time Bandits. Warner plays a character called Evil Genius, who bears more than a passing resemblance to the devil, and he is deliciously malevolent but urbane. Certainly a very captivating performance, and I absolutely love that and this movie. Within a year, Warner appeared in yet another genre classic, another of my favourite movies ever, Tron. And once again, Warner masterfully plays the villain Sark. Warner himself said he didn't understand much of what was going on, but was very proud to have been a part of such a groundbreaking movie. And once again, he gives a masterclass in how to play the bad guy properly. Over the decades, Warner firmly established himself in genre territory with appearances in, amongst others, Doctor Who, Babylon 5, the animated Batman, Superman and Spider-Man series, Twin Peaks, and many, many other such shows. But in particular, he became an honoured part of the Star Trek franchise. First with his appearance in Star Trek V, The Final Frontier, as drunk, cynical diplomat St. John Talbot. And then as peacemaking Klingon Chancellor Gorkon in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Cementing his Star Trek legacy was his memorable appearance in the Next Generation series as Cardassian Gul Madrid. And it was great to see Warner and Patrick Stewart, two Shakespearean thespians, battle it out on screen. Warner also showed off his comedic chops up against Steve Martin in Carl Reiner's zany 1983 The Man with Two Brains, where he plays the wonderfully named Dr. Alfred Necessiter. I really enjoyed his performance in this fantastic movie. There are two more movies I'd like to mention. In 1994, he appeared in another fantastic movie that I'm very fond of, John Carpenter's tale of insanity and apocalypse in the Mouth of Madness. His Dr. Wren is a small part, but no one delivers the words swollen testicles as well as Warner can. Finally, although not a film I care much for overall, Warner was definitely the best thing in James Cameron's Titanic, adding some much needed class and menace to Cameron's telling of the doomed iceberg being fatally rammed by a rogue ship story. Or at least I think that's what it was about, because it was hard to tell with all the dancing and romancing going on. Interestingly enough, this was the second time Warner had gone down with the Titanic, with a previous appearance in the 1979 TV movie SOS Titanic. Now, before I close, I'd like to add one to the what if pile. Warner almost got the role of Freddy Krueger in Nightmare on Elm Street, going as far as having screen tests in full makeup, as we can see here. Whilst Robert Englund is no doubt the quintessential Freddy, Warner does look impressive, and it's fun to imagine just how different that portrayal might have been. So these are a few of my favourites of David Warner's, but there were many, many more great roles throughout the years. So rest in peace, David, and thanks for all the great memories. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like and a comment, and until next time, stay well and have a great day.